Hello. 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 Wow, April Fools. I started talking half a minute earlier. Wow, that's the most you can expect from me. I'm very much not a fan of April Fools. Yeah. What's new? What's new? What can I talk about? What can I say? Did you make it without getting horribly pranked? I mean, I slept long. I got pranked in a way once, and that was before I went to have dinner before, like, taking a shower. I played Minecraft, and I was confused because everything is like lightly weathered, or like they changed all the names of the blocks to like something copper related, and I was like, huh? So I think I closed the game before I was like, oh wait, fuck, it's April 1st. That was the most. Else I really just don't trust anything. I haven't been on like social media much. So luckily I haven't been pranked wildly. Yeah. Let me just switch to here so we can like talk here. Ooh, no, I don't like that you see the cutout of print. Start speaking. Whoop, just slide a bit further down. Like what I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I think last year I fell for something because I saw like on social media like thing of like No Game No Life season 2 announced. I was like, yes. I was like, oh wait, fuck. It's April 1st. I hate it. Got me excited and for nothing. No. But aside from that, like what's new? That is me, have a 8-day weekend. And for only 2 vacation days, 1.5 technically. So today, like Wednesday, I'm off anyways from work. Friday is a holiday in Germany. It's Good Friday, I think, in English. Monday is a holiday. It's Easter Monday. And so I took tomorrow off and next week Tuesday, so that I have today off, tomorrow off, Friday off, the weekend definitely off, Monday off, Tuesday off, Wednesday off. Should sum up to 8, or I cannot count. Either way, I'm happy. Yeah. And next week, starting next week Friday, I will be cat sitting again. For friends, for like 1 week plus a few days. So that's nice. It's the same cats. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Let's see. Anything else new? I think this. Did I take my PC with me last time? I think I did. But I know I didn't stream. Well, we'll see about this time. I would be 1 week of streams that would like be removed, or like be removed. But yeah, else I don't think anything new. It's Easter this weekend. Hope everyone will have a great time, a nice time. I have snacks. I might at some point. You know what? I think I'm gonna grab one of them now. I'll grab the smaller chocolate. Let me quickly grab it. Never mind, I'm gonna grab the toffee fay. Or I toffee fay. That's my prank. Forgetting that I got myself snacks yesterday. Now I just need to find a way to open them. I did it! Awesome. But yeah, I hope everyone has and had a good start into the week. Mine was okay. I had like a headache, probably due to not enough sleep on Monday, so I like stopped working earlier and instead, like, it was funny. So I stopped working an hour earlier because I like noticed how the headache got like worse and worse. And I was like, okay, like I have to do something where I have to think. I was like, I'm not able to think properly with this headache. And like in the end, I like laid down first for like half an hour to an hour-ish. Didn't get better. Then I took a painkiller, laid back down for like another 2 hours. I think. Or even 3, honestly, I don't know. Like a good while, definitely. I like did feel better. And then I was like, on Tuesday I was like, okay, I'm gonna like work the hour that I like missed yesterday, like on Monday. More today. So instead I did an hour overtime over, like, additionally, so I worked technically 2 hours more on Tuesday than I should have. But I finished to do the thing, the like sub-project, the sub-task that I was working on, and towards the end, honestly, it just delayed itself because I did a mistake with the setup in the beginning, so I couldn't just like push it into the Git, which was sure making me feel stupid. Okay, enough talking. 9 minutes, that's enough. That's all you get. We're going to the game. We talked to our wife. She doesn't know it yet. But we will go and kill her ex-husband. I don't know if they were ever married. Probably not. Ex-lover. Her teacher, who taught her the way of Satan. Which, let's be fair, not the best. But also, I cannot fault her. I don't know why I just saved. What's my loadout right now? I'm making sure. Okay. Yeah. Do I want to spend any? I could get more hit points. I think I was considering getting more biotech. Do I want more biotech or do I want more hit points? That's difficult. I will decide later, maybe. The music is quite loud relative. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, for some reason. Wait, I will try to fix the positioning of my mic. Give me just a second. I will mute myself. In the meantime, you will get to listen to the game audio. Okay, let's see. Ugh. Mike decided to have other plans. It just moved down. Let's just see if this works. Also, I will speak just a bit louder. But I can definitely also just adjust the game a bit. Like so? It might be good. We'll find it out. We'll figure it out. We will take the van and we will drive out to out of Galway. Yeah, for some reason my mic is like, I'm gonna just move without you telling me to. Give me another second. Okay, how's it now? Is this good? Is the game still like audible? Well, am I audible? Thank you for telling me, by the way. This doesn't work as well anymore. We'll put these aside for now. Maybe I also just started mumbling. That also is quite possible. Hard to say right now. Okay. We'll just see. We'll just have to see. Feuerstelle. Fireplace. The drive from the Kreuzbazar to the Schönbuch forest was a long one. For over 6 hours, you and Glory rode in relative silence, with only the sounds of the road for company. There we go. Now you find yourself crouching in the woods, watching, waiting. Off in the distance, the rustic exterior of Feuerstelle looks curiously warm and inviting. But you know what's waiting inside. The anticipation churns at your guts like a living thing. Eventually, a van pulls out of the compound's driveway and rolls out along a service road before disappearing from view. Glory gives you a nod and begins to scramble forward. Harrow has left the building. It's time for you to make your way inside. Don't we want to murder him? Why do we wait for him to leave? Was our loadout? Yes, thank you. I do have karma, that is true. The weathered edifice of Feuerstelle looms above you, dark and sinister in the chill night air. Despite the horrifying stories that Glory told you about this place, something about it feels strangely comforting. In the back of your mind, insidious voices whisper that you could stay here forever. Do you feel it? The lure of this place? When I was a child, I was whole. The pull was irresistible. Now it seems very quiet. Maybe there just isn't any to make it feel eerie. Yeah, I can feel it. It's almost pleasant. It's meant to be. That's how it gets to you. It worms its way inside of you, changes you. And you don't even realize what's happening until it's too late. She looks at you and her eyes are dark. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet but steady. You're going to see some terrible things here. You see no goal. Feuerstelle exists to prey on the young. You're going to have to face... We have to come face to face with that. Are you sure that you're prepared for this? When you say the young, how young do you mean? I need to know what we're walking into. Yeah, I guess this is also a, again, content warning about, horrible, probably psychological bullshit going on here. Teenagers, mostly 17 through 18, though there's a rare exception. It's young enough to make me feel uneasy, so not that young then, not children. Yeah, that's young enough to make me feel uneasy. She nods. Me too, but we're going to put an end to it, one way or another. So I'll ask you again, are you ready for this? I need an honest answer. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. She studies your face for a moment longer and looks away. Good. You wanna compare notes? Make sure that we're both on the same page? She nods. We take Harrow out of commission. You were right when you said that we couldn't afford to let him live. Even if we completely destroyed this place, it will be for nothing if he got away. Just start another cult somewhere else. Any suggestions as to how we should approach this? Yeah, this is your run, Glory. I'm just here to help you to see this through. So what are we gonna do first? We make our way inside and take out the shrine that Harrow uses as his power focus. We can't touch him while that thing is standing, but after we bring it down, he'll be vulnerable. Tell me about it. It's a lump of rock, about as tall as I am, inscribed with runes and encrusted with bones. With bone, I guess. The shrine power comes from an entity that Harrow bound into the stone. Something very old and very dangerous. A toxic spirit. In many ways, it is the heart of this place. We can't touch Harrow while the shrine is intact. If we try, he'll siphon enough power from it to slaughter us where we stand. But if we confront the shrine and kill the spirit, the astral backlash from its death will cripple him. All we have to do is finish him off. I want to hash out a few more details before we head inside. That makes sense. If you have any questions, it'd be best if you ask them now. Okay, so we make our way to the shrine and then what? Take it out with explosives? Breaking the rock won't work. I'll have to take on the spirit directly, track it to where it lives and kill it. She pats the satchel that hangs from her shoulder. I've brought what we need to do that. I can't tell you exactly how this is going to go down. You've seen her go. The spirit itself will have a good deal of control over that. But you'd better prepare yourself, because I think that this is going to be one hell of a fight. What about the other cultists? We'll save any that we can. But the energy released when the spirit dies will hurt them too. Anyone whose mind is touched will take a hit. Doesn't that mean that the backlash will hit us too? You've only just arrived. The spirit hadn't had the chance to worm its way into your aura yet. You might black out for a minute or two, but otherwise, you should be fine. As for me, like I said, this place can't touch me anymore. Sounds like this is our best shot then. It is. If the shrine is that important, why didn't you mention it earlier? When I lived here, Harrow barely used the thing. To be honest, I think that he was afraid of it. Back before I ran away, Feuersteller was nothing more than a cult of personality that revolved around Harrow. He didn't need magical help to keep us here. We loved him. We believed in his message. He created the shrine as an insurance policy. You think that something has changed and that he started abusing the shrine's power? She nods. Yes, I think that my escape was the cause of that change. I know Harrow. When I ran, I bruised his ego. His charisma and charm had failed him. My disappearance rubbed his nose in that failure. You wouldn't be willing to chance something like that happening again, not when he had the means to prevent it. So the cultists here, like puppets, the shrine controls them? Not exactly. It's more insidious than that. Think of the shrine's influence as a drug. It lowers your inhibitions, makes you compliant. If you were to stay here for a couple of days, you'd fall in love with this place, and you wouldn't even know why. All of Harrow's bullshit would start to make sense. You'd be happy. In essence, all of the cultists here are addicted to this place. It makes them a threat, yes, but it also makes them victims. I think I know everything that I need to know. Let's get moving. She nods, and the razors flick out of her fingertips. I'm with you. Let's do this. Okay. Can we... Okay, this... I love how they made this whole map just so we can have the talk and so we can go inside. Nothing else. I cannot go anywhere. This is a very cute and pretty map though. Okay, we will save. Oh, I said we will save. There we go. Okay. Locked. I mean, makes sense, no? Look at the fucking door! The doorway shimmers with a faint red light. As you approach the door, you feel a squirming sensation in the back of your skull. Your limbs begin to tingle, then feel heavy. The closer that you get to the doorway, the more of a struggle it is to continue moving forward. It feels as though the strength is being siphoned from your body. Okay, we do not have the willpower. I'm pretty sure we have pretty much... Yeah, we have barely any willpower. We'll step back. As you step away from the door, the crawling sensation gradually recedes. A moment later, the strength returns to your limb. Laurie stares into the light, frowning. The shrine is through there. This barrier wasn't here before. Harrow must have warded the doorway after I ran. How did we get through? The ward is like a lock. It must be a key. Back when I helped Hera run this place, he and I were the only ones allowed in the shrine room. So we look for whoever has taken my place. That's where the key will be. I'm gonna call it now. It's her old friend. It's either her old friend or someone completely irrelevant, but it would make more sense for the story if it was her friend. Now, will we know who that is? It'll be a girl. Hera would never take a male as a second. He wouldn't want the competition. Her hair will be fire red. It's a sort of insignia of rank within the code. Girl with red hair. Got it. Okay. We can go... Oh my god. This house is massive. Jeez. Jesus. Okay. How big is this house? I mean, we will look through all doors probably, so... Let's start with this one, huh? Large book. An ostentatiously large tome sits cradled on this pedestal. The paper is robust and fibrous, and the binding has been expertly stitched. A steel plate running along the book's spine anchors it to the pedestal. Laurie stares down at it, frowning. I feel like I can change this back up. Maybe. Because it's very quiet on my end as well. Harrow's manifesto. The handcrafted line of bullshit that he feeds to his initiates. We all ate it up with a smile and came away convinced that he was a genius. She leaves through the pages with an articulated finger. Looks like he's expended it over the last few years. It's at least twice as thick as it was when I lived here. Maybe there's something in there that we can use? I wouldn't want to hang around long enough to find out. This is Harrow's personal library. Used to experiment in here. There were dangerous things in here. You see no go. Sick things. I was never allowed in this room without Harrow. Nobody was. He said it was for our safety, and I think that he was telling the truth. She pauses. I feel uneasy being in here. I don't want to stay any longer than we have to. I've been on edge since we came in, but that doesn't change the fact that we should learn what we can. I mean, I saved, right? I've been on edge ever since we came in, but that doesn't change the fact that we should learn what we can. Alright, I'll watch your back, but try to be quick. Well, let's leave through the beginning of the manifesto. I flip through the early pages of the manifesto, find what looks like a good place to jump in and start to read. When I first set out on the path to free living, I realized that I'd have to rethink all of my earlier assumptions about life. I'd have to question my own values and beliefs. I'd need the strength to trust in the answers that came to me. The prospect was daunting, but it was also necessary. The road to true freedom is paved with unanswered questions. After all, you can't learn to be free from a book. The answers won't come from a Bible, an instruction manual, or a code of conduct. If you don't learn that, you'll never break your chains. The path to true freedom is one that each of us must walk on his or her own. What makes life worth living? What in life is truly valuable? And what is the dross that can be burned away? I spent weeks dissecting every aspect of my life to find the answers to these questions. Slowly, agonizingly, I pared down the list. Down the list until only 4 items remained.
These 4 items became the cornerstones of my new philosophy and the basis of everything that Feuerstelle stands for. Love. The first cornerstone and the most important. Without love, life is bland and meaningless. Without love, we might as well be machines. Love what you do. Love the people around you. But above all, love yourself. Self-determination. The second cornerstone. Each of us must be his or her own shepherd. No more gods and no more kings. Your life is your own. Lash out against anyone or anything that tries to treat you like property. An assault on your freedom is an assault on your whole being, and it must be met with an equally ferocious response. Charity. The third cornerstone. A miserly life is an empty life. If each of us is his or her own master, then nobody should live as a serf. By helping others along the path to enlightenment, so do we enrich our own lives. Passion. The final cornerstone. Complacency is poison. Be wary of it. Ambition is the key to fulfilling life, to a fulfilling life. Don't settle for what is. If you do, you abandoned what could be. You abandon, I guess. You hear a rustling sound behind you, Glory. Turning, you can see a troubled look on her face. That ominous feeling is getting stronger, you see Go. It feels like we're being watched. Do we keep going? Okay, let's leave it alone. Let's leave it alone. Let's look at the terminal. This appears to be a standard terminal. A lock and prompt glows on the screen. Well, let's hook the terminal. It looks as though this terminal is used exclusively for financial transaction. After a bit of digging, you find a list of payoffs to local law enforcement, paid by Harrow, no doubt, to ensure that the police look the other way. That Harrow's bribes. We can always come back. We can always come back. Hello, is the music now that it like went up? Is it okay like this? Okay, there's a refrigerator. Hello. As you open the refrigerator door, a whiff of ammonia sticks to your nostrils. Watery light glints off of the door's polished interior. The fridge is stacked full of large plastic... I think it's good now. Thank you. It's hard to tell through the opaque plastic, but they appear to be full of meat. Let's inspect the containers. You pop the lid of a container and take a closer look. The first thing that hits you is the smell. The meat in here is beyond rancid. White mold frosts the side of the bin, and it's all you can do to keep from gagging. As you rush to put the lid back on, you recognize a familiar shape in the rotten meat. A mangled human hand. Is that what I think it is? Laurie's voice is flat. Ritual supplies. The adversary prefers them aged. Harrow teaches all of the initiates how to do it. How to harvest the meat, how to store it, how to label it. Nobody likes doing it at first, but you learn. By the end it doesn't even bother you anymore. Yeah, okay, I get the picture. I warned you that you'd see things you didn't want in here. She turns away from you. Come on, let's keep moving. Okay. Bloop, bloop. A medical cabinet. Give me the loot. Send to stash. Open the door. No one is here.
I kind of want to go back to the book. Yeah. This is the Initiate's dormitory. The new arrivals are brought here. There's still hope for these kids you see no go. Harrow hasn't had a chance to ruin them yet. Good to know. We'll try to get them out of here. Chloe raises a hand, suddenly alert. Wait. Listen. Movement in the other room. Listen closely. You strain your ears to listen. Soft voices from inside of the room come drifting out of a nearby vent. You hear a woman's voice. The sound is crisp and smooth and sweet, and it instantly puts you at ease. Calm now, dear. It's probably nothing. No need to worry yourself. We're so far off the beaten track. We don't get a lot of visitors. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see Glory's back stiffen. She flinches, as though she's been stung. Another voice, high-pitched and pleading, an adolescent boy. But what if it is someone? What if the bad people have found us? What if they followed me here? They've come to... The female voice cuts in, soft and comforting. Well, then we'll send them away. You're perfectly safe here. You don't have to, but you have to believe that. Don't worry, dear heart. Harrow won't let anyone hurt you. Not here, in this place. Not ever again. You hear another boy's voice. This one is deeper. Are you certain, Marta? Positive. Be calm, all of you. As long as you're here with us, nothing bad will ever happen to you. That name sounds familiar. She gives a curt nod. It should. Marta was the bait that Harrow used to lure me here. What do you want to do? Glory pauses, grits her teeth. Finally, she spits out an answer. If she's still here, she'll be Harrow's number one. My old position. She had his way with all of us. He was always sweet on Marta. That means that she'll have a key to the shrine room. Maybe we can talk to her. Convince her to give us the key? Maybe. But not here. Not now. Those kids in there, they all die for her. They already love her. That's what she does. We can't risk confronting her in that room. The situation turns ugly. Any one of these kids will happily eat a bullet for her. That's not what I came here to do. Oh, it isn't. If what you've said about her is true, then she deserves to die every bit as much as Harrow does. I mean, kinda, yeah. Part of me wants to kill her. She's the reason why a lot of kids wound up here, including me. She scowls and the razors flick out of her fingertips. A second later, she retracts them. We deal with her later, though. I won't hurt any more kids voluntarily. Marta's voice floats back out through the vent. Hush now, boys, and get some sleep. We've got a big day tomorrow. The biggest day of your lives. Get to meet Harrow. I promise you, after you speak with him, you'll see the whole world in a different way. A better way. The adolescent voice trembles out a response. All right, Marta. Have a good night. A lovely musical laugh pours through the vent. Ha ha ha! You too, dear heart. All of you. You hear the distant sound of a door sliding shut. Glory takes a deep breath, then releases it. The coast is clear. We can handle the initiates. We're just a bunch of scared kids. Without Marta there to egg them on, they won't try anything. Let's step away for a second. I want to go back to the... Give me... I want to go back to the book. I just have to. It's too tempting. Give me the book. Continue reading. Leafing through the middle of the book, you find a section dedicated to Haru's rules of living. Be free. Be free in all things and experience that freedom with your whole being, body, mind, and spirit. Discard the oppressive traditions of modesty and shame that you've been indoctrinated with since birth. The free thinker has no use for them. Your body is a source of pride, of pleasure, and of succor. For yourself and for others. Enjoy it and share that joy freely with those who desire it. Have sex when people want to have sex and when you want to have sex. Especially when I want to have sex. That is pretty much what he's saying. Be selfish. Don't enslave yourself to others at the expense of your own happiness. Take what you want and do so unashamedly. Our desires are an important part of what makes us human. Yeah, he's all into give in to the temptations, give in to the sins. Our desires are an important part of what makes us human. Society has trained us to hide that part of ourselves from the world. But the free living person doesn't cower in the shadows. Own your desires and rejoice in them. Selflessness is ultimately dishonest, and dishonesty is no place in a free society. Show reverence. The free living person understands that the only true governance in this world is the law of nature, and that in nature there is a hierarchy. The rabbit doesn't question the wolf, the mouse. He sounds like a good guy, right? He's, you know, just, I'm sure he's just misunderstood. The mouse does not wonder why it must run from the cat. They do because they must. Their survival depends on it. As it is in nature, so it is in Feuer. As it is in nature, so it is at Feuerstelle. Know your place in the food chain, and understand the mechanisms by which you can better yourselves. Do not question me. You leaf forward and find that there are at least 20 more pages worth of rules. Each is vaguely enough to have multiple interpretations. Continue reading. The final pages of the manifesto devolve into semi-cohesive rants about anarchy, social Darwinism, free love, and the horned god. You've seen this kind of thing before. Harrow's philosophy is collapsing under its own weight. Fortunately, none of the cultists seem to have caught on that fact. Laurie lets out a startled cry, cutting your sentence short. Out of the corner of your eye, you see her wheel to face something behind you. All at once, the room fills with a slaughterhouse smell. A smell like blood and bile and feces. The stench of an abattoir. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it sounds French, so I gave it a French twang. Oh, hello there. As you turn, you catch sight of something sliding into the world. It looks like a charred man, with a pair of tortured faces where its shoulders should be. The thing burns like a Roman candle, spitting white-hot sparks in a fiery plume. An oily substance runs down between its dangling legs and spatters onto the floor, and where those drips land, they burn. You see no go! Look out! Ow! Bitch! I can flank you too. one that also does AP damage? But knifed. You also activate your adrenal pump. And strips to armor. Do this. Please hit. There we go. Still has AP somehow. Interesting. Oh, come on. Just, I swear to God. Just get knifed. The body of the thing that attacked you begins to dissolve at the moment of death, as you watch its tissues break down into a growing slick of bubbling pitch and rendered fat. What the hell was that? Something from another place. Or he stares at the remains of the creature, now a dark stain on the library floorboards. Like I said outside, boundaries between the physical world and astral space are weak here. Things can come through. I think we've gotten everything from the book that we're going to. Review, let's clear out before it happens again. A headless abomination just pissed lighter fluid onto the floor and tried to burn us to death. I think that things can come through is underselling it a little. Oh, I believe you. Let's clear out before it happens again. She nods. We need to get moving anyway. Let's go. Okay. I should have healed after that? Yes, okay. Thank God I only took one hit. I don't want to go in there instantly. But I will after I saved. Hello, kids. Open the door. Maybe. Okay. How about I don't instantly do that? There's a van. Hello, van. Glory pauses at the side of the van. She traces the side of it with a claw. I remember cruising the back alleys of Tübingen, looking for kids in need of help. The bait goats, Marta and the others like her, would offer them money or food or drugs or sex, whatever it took to get them into the van. Once they piled in, Harrow and I would be waiting to greet them. I remember so... How did they get the van in there? I was gonna say through that door, but that door seems lower than the van. Cult magic? Listen, Satan has his ways. I remember so many nights like that. She frowns. I remember how much I used to enjoy it. You're not the same person that you were. Oh, right. That is a door. That is a door, but also it's not as tall as the van, so... Coming back here shows integrity, Glory. Most runners that I know wouldn't have done what you're doing tonight. Yeah. Left to my own devices, I probably wouldn't have. You pushed me to do this, to find some semblance of redemption. I owe you for that. You don't owe me anything. Don't thank me until we're safe back in the Kreuzbazaar. We still don't know how this is going to turn out. She nods. That's probably wise. We still have a long way to go. Speaking of which, we should keep moving. Yeah, no, I think this is supposed to be the garage door, but it's definitely not as tall as the van. I want to go everywhere else before I go in there. You hear voices speaking in low tones through the wood of the door. You can make out the words, but you can't make out the words, but regular choruses of rough laughter tell you that the people on the other side are enjoying themselves.
Those voices belong to Harrow's acolytes. They have some magical training, and they like hurting people. You open the door, and we're going to have we're going to have a fight on our hand. How do you know that they're acolytes? Process of elimination. Initiates aren't allowed in that room. It's one of Harrow's rules. On the rare occasion that the initiate is invited in, he usually doesn't come back out again. What happens in there? Mouth tightens. It's a sort of lounge for Harrow's inner circle. The acolytes and the bait girls and Harrow's wives. Marta and I used to spend a lot of time in there. Okay, let's keep moving. We're not gonna go in there then. We don't need to do unnecessary fights. Not yet, he says after having started one from reading a book. You can hear a distant murmuring sound coming from inside the room. Voices, 3, maybe 4 people, all talking among themselves. You can't make out what they're saying, but one of the voices sounds desperate. You've heard the tone before. The sound of a man pleading for his life. We should keep moving. Whatever's going on in there, we don't want to get involved. Sounds like somebody's in trouble in there. I don't doubt it, but we're here to kill Harrow, not the people he's brainwashed. After we're taken down the shrine, the cultists in here will be hurt, disoriented. We can deal with them then. Okay. Again, we're not, like, we're a decent person, we're not a good person. The fact that we're gonna save these kids is, like, enough. Open. With open I mean safe. Hello, kids. The initiate closest to the door whips his head to look at you. Takes a stutter step backward in alarm, then opens his mouth to cry for help. You don't want to do that. Glory looks deep into the initiate's eyes, transfixing him. We're not here to hurt you. Yeah, no, we don't want to do this. If we wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead. You've lived on the street. You know how this works. Don't bother calling Marta out, we're just going in there to have a word with her. Do you really think that you can get to that door before I can get to you? The initiate's eyes you nervously. His gaze flits to Glory, then falls to her cyber limbs, swallows. No. Takes a step back. Please don't hurt us. Like I said, we don't want to hurt anyone. Anybody. We're just here to have a word with Marta. Alone. You're not going to hurt her? No, of course not. We just want to talk. We're old friends. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you do that. Takes a step back, then screws up his courage. But you'd better be telling the truth if anything happens to her. Don't worry, kid. Nobody's getting hurt tonight. Only killed. Female initiate, hello. The initiate by the door is staring at Glory's limbs, her eyes wide. She's a mousy little thing, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 17 years old, with purple contact lenses and a shock of blue hair. She glances up at Glory, blinking. You used to live here, didn't you? I've seen your picture before. Glory's expression remains neutral. Really? I think so. I didn't look at it long. I was in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in, but I'm pretty sure that it was you. It probably was, yeah. You're right, I did live here. A long time ago. I was like you back then. Scared kid. Brought here by Marta for a chance at a new life. I like Marta. She's so nice. I always feel safe when I'm with her. Most adults aren't like that. They either don't notice you or they do for the wrong reasons. But Marta, she cares about us.
There's a long pause, and then the initiate looks to you, screwing up her courage. She sparks. Can I ask you a question? Ask away. Well, I overheard Marta talking with Mr. Harrow yesterday. I think that they were talking about our meeting with him. The one that Marta was just telling us about, where we'll learn to see the world in a different way. Go on. Well, I couldn't really hear the whole conversation. It was all muffled, but what I could hear was kind of weird. Mr. Harrow said some stuff about a shrine, and then it sounded like he changed the subject because he started talking about dinner. Something about chopping up meat. Well, Marta got really upset, said they're too new. They're not ready for the older one. Make the older ones do it. Stuff like that. Then Mr. Harrow said some other things, and then she calmed down again. When she left, she was smiling. And so I was wondering, do you know what they were talking about? I want to make sure that Marta is okay, but I can't ask her about it, because I don't want her to find out that I was eavesdropping. I think I know what Harrow has planned for you. Have you ever opened the fridge in the other room? No? Why? Is that where we're going to make dinner? Glory cuts in. Her voice is gentle. I wouldn't worry about it. We'll make sure that Marta is okay. Alright, but don't tell her that I told you, please? Don't worry. We won't. How long have you been here, by the way? Almost a week. She shuffles her feet. Eventually she looks up at us with a small smile. It's wonderful. Of course it is. So much nicer than living on the street, isn't it? Rory's face is kind, but her tone is one of incredible sorrow. You be good, sweetie. Don't you worry. We'll take care of Marta. Girl smiles sheepishly and steps back. As you pass by her on the way to the door, Glory shoots you a sidelong glance. It's like I thought. Things have changed in the past few years. How so? Back when I lived here, Harrow would never have let such a fresh convert prepare a sacrifice. He'd wait until she was in so deep, until she felt so indebted to him, that she couldn't turn tail and run. It was a rule. Let newcomers get settled for a month, maybe 2, before teaching them the more unsavory aspects of cold life. Even then, you'd start them off slow. The first lessons would use pork or chicken, never human meat. Didn't come until much later. Indoctrinating a new recruit after a week is risky as hell, and he never would have done it when I lived here. A week, a month, what does it matter? Harrow uses it. Maybe he's getting cocky. The Shiny's using it to brainwash the initiates faster than he used to. She nods. That's what I'm thinking. Harrow's getting lazy, letting the captive spirit do the heavy lifting for him. What does this mean for us? I'm still working on that. But I don't think that the shrine is just a tool for Harrow anymore. I think that he relies on it. He's using it as a crutch. She cocks her head slightly, a thoughtful expression on her face. Think that he's let himself become dependent on the damn thing. That goat is never going to have to do what we saw back in that kitchen. We won't let that happen. Good, if the bastard's going soft, it should be that much easier for us to take him down. Nah. I'll make sure that the ghost doesn't have to go through this shit. She nods, a fierce look in her eye. On that, we agree. Open the door. Martha is just on the other side of this door. However this goes, we're going to have to move quickly afterwards. If she dies, Harrow will know. I don't trust her to keep her mouth shut if she lives. So, we take the key to the shrine room, break through the ward, and confront the spirit. Are we clear on that? Crystal. Let's do this. Safe. Right. The woman in this room is lovely. Full lips contrast artfully with her fine elvish features, and a tumble of fine red hair spills down over her shoulders. Beyond her physical beauty, there's something inherently approachable about her. She exudes an almost palpable aura of kindness and warmth. Marta, Glory's old lover, the lure that Harrow used to draw her, and so many others, to Feuerstelle. She looks up with a start at the sound of your approach. Her eyes go wide at the sight of Glory. As she takes in her cyberware, her mouth folds open in horror. Glory! Yes, Marta, it's me. Glory's voice is cold. It's been a long time. It has. Marta swallows. The horrified look hasn't left her face. Glory, what have you done to yourself? What I had to do. I got out, Marta. This was the only way. Oh, Glory. All at once, the horror on Marta's face is replaced with an expression of profound sorrow. I'm so sorry. Marta steps forward, her arms extended to wrap Glory in a hug. All at once, something in Glory's face changes. Her skin goes from pale to pallid, and her breath becomes ragged. She takes a step back and raises her claws into a defensive posture. The voice frosts over with cold rage. Don't you touch me. You're one of Harrow's creatures. You always were. Marta stops short. One of his creatures? Glory, what are you talking about? Do we say something or do we let her talk? You know what she's talking about, Marta. You ruined her life. We'll say nothing, I think. Ooh, or you're for not fooling anyone. Glory told me all about you, how you tricked her into coming. No, I'll say nothing, because I feel this would be just inviting her. You know as well as I do. You worship that monster. You seduced me into coming here so that I would worship him. If you hadn't found me, if you hadn't baited me, none of this would have happened. None of what? I haven't done anything. If you just left me where you found me, I never would have hurt anyone. My mother would still be alive. I never would have sold my soul to that abomination that you all worship, and I wouldn't have had to sacrifice my own body to escape from it. This place took everything from me, and it all started with you. She looks genuinely hurt. Harrow and I rescued you from a life on the street. A beautiful girl, homeless, penniless, living in a gutter. I pulled you away from all of that. I saved you. There's a long pause. Glory stares into Marta's eyes, expression unreadable. I don't feel much anymore, Marta. Most of the time, I'm completely numb. But for you, I can make an exception. I hate you. I'm sorry that you feel that way, Glory. For my part, I still love you. The razors flick out of Glory's fingertips. Her lip curls into a snarl. Another lie. The last one you'll ever tell. I don't think that she's lying, or at least she doesn't think so. She believes what she's saying. Yeah, I think that's the issue. She's so deep in, she thinks this is the truth. That's because it is true. I'll prove it to you. The words come stammering out of her. Her eyes are fixed on Glory's razor. We know, due to what the girl overheard with the blue hair, that she's not fully convinced by letting the new initiatives at least go through the, like, butchering ritual. So there is a chance. The words come stammering out of her. Her eyes are fixed on Glory's razors. Ask me anything you want. I'll show you that I'm telling the truth. I never wanted anything bad to happen to you, Glory. Not ever. She wields to face you. Why are you listening to her? She's just telling you what you want to hear. It's her whole purpose here. Remember? She's bait. Why should we listen to anything that she has to say? Cultists aren't responsible for their actions, remember? This is true for Marta, as it is for anyone else. Knowing how the shrine is affecting her mind might help us, Glory. I don't trust her either. I just want to hear how she's going to try to worm her way out of this. I mean, kind of this, kind of this. Knowing how the shrine is affecting her mind might help us, Glory. She fumes at you, but only for a moment. You might be right. Marta looks from you to Glory, a confused expression on her face. Her voice goes quiet. There's nothing wrong with my mind, Glory. I don't even understand what you two are talking about. Of course you don't. She fidgets in agitation. I understand your interest in learning more about this, Yusinogo. We're wasting time and we need that key. If Hero gets back here before we've dealt with that shrine, we're fucked. I didn't turn my back on you, Glory. You shouldn't turn your back on her. You need to hear what she has to say. If you don't, this is going to gnaw at you for the rest of your life. I didn't turn my back on you, Glory. You shouldn't turn your back on her. Glory stares at you for a moment, naked hostility on her face. Then the razors slide back into the housing with a click. All right, Marta. Convince me. Convince you of what? That I'm not a monster? I don't know how to do that, Glory. You can start by telling me how you sleep at night. You know what happens to these kids that you bring here. You know what happened to me, but you're still luring them into Harrow's clutches all these years later. So tell me, how do you live with yourself? Explain it to me. For a moment you can see the conflict behind Marta's eyes. If cognitive dissonance had a face, it would be hers. Confused, frightened, angry, at war with herself. For a moment she struggles to speak. Then the whimpering sensation that you felt outside of the compound comes back, and her face changes. The muscles of her brow relax and she appears to be at peace. Why are you asking me this, Glory? You already know the answer. The kids here, they aren't being hurt. They're walking the path to a free and pure life, just like Harrow taught us. The shrine is whispering to her, Glory. I can feel it too. She's blissed out on it, just like you said. I haven't been in Feuerstelle for an hour, Marta. In that time, I've found evidence of horrifying levels of abuse. She flinches in agitation, but you hear the whispering again and she calms herself. A joyful smile widens. Nothing that happens here is without reason. Harrow's a great man. A prophet. When you meet him for yourself, you'll understand. He'll make you see. She's too far gone to parse what you're saying, Yusinogo. After so many years living here, I don't know if she even knows what normal feels like anymore.
She steps forward and grabs Marta by the shoulders. It's a curiously soft gesture. Marta, if what you're saying is true, if you ever really did care for me, then please give me your key. It's important. She blinks. Key? Whatever you use to get past the wards outside of Harrow's shrine. I need it. Don't ask why. Just do this for me. You owe me that much. She looks momentarily confused, then the moment passes. No. Harrow said that I had to guard this. He told me that I could never take it off. I can't question one of Harrow's orders. It would be wrong. Don't you see anything ironic about a cult devoted to freedom and rebellion with a totalitarian leader? You questioned him about what he's planned to do with those initiates back there. Was that wrong? What if I could convince you that it wouldn't be wrong to question him? Okay, yeah, no. Like, what about when you questioned him about what he planned to do with the initiates? That's different. She blinks, then that whispering sound returns, soft and insistent, and the flicker of unease on her face is replaced with an easy smile. You wouldn't understand. And maybe you could explain it to me. Maybe if you could answer my questions, I'd be able to see the light. She nods, eagerly. Yes, yes. Please, go on and ask your questions. I'll explain everything and you'll see for yourself how perfect and right our way really is. How beautiful it can be. Okay, Harrow's hurting runaways that you bring here. You can see that, can't you? Okay, I've read Harrow's manifesto. It looks like he spends a long time talking about charity. She nods eagerly. Yes, of course, charity. The kind that I practice when I rescue young people from the streets. But then in his rule of living, he says that all free thinkers are supposed to be selfish. Well, yes, but... And after that he also says that only the strong deserve to prosper, so which is it?
Yeah, ruining people with logic.
Marta blinks. She looks momentarily confused, and then you can see the conviction clamp back down behind her eyes. You just don't understand the beauty of his message, the truth behind it. Harrow is hurting the runaways that you bring here. You can't see that, can't you? Your smile shifts into an expression of mock concern. Hurting? How so? Okay, so... he's corrupting you all. How many of them has he taken as his wives? Okay, but she will just say that that is part of the, rules, so... he's going to make the initiates, the young initiates, like the girl in the next room, do something horrible. Her smile slowly fades. That girl, such a sweet young thing. I rescued her from a bad place. Glory, her and the boys in that room as well. But they're all safe now. And isn't that what's important? Are they? You know what I'm talking about, Marta. The harvesting, the meat. Let me drink something. The confusion washes over her face again. She begins blinking agitatedly and fidgeting. Then that unseen force clamps down again and she seems to calm. It's regrettable, but it happens for a good reason. The sacrifices keep us safe here, and safety is something that a lot of these kids have never known. Stretch.
Okay, I guess I will. Oh, God.
The initiates have to learn how things are done here. Harrow told us so. That's what it all boils down to, doesn't it? It has to be this way because he says it does. He's a great man. He would never hurt us. Whatever you say, you're taking everything out of context. You don't understand. He's corrupting you all. How many of them has he taken as his wives, yourself included? She rolls her eyes at you. A lesson in Puritan values from a Shadowrunner, how quaint. I'm not making a value judgment, just an observation. This isn't about you. I don't care what you do, Marta. Talking about child abuse. You can see that he has been brainwashed into thinking that this is okay, but Martha, it isn't. If your arrangement works for you, I won't judge you for it. I'm not making a value judgment. Oh god, I feel like... I mean, it is child abuse. But also she will just not making a value judgment. Just an observation. Sex is a pleasurable function of biology. There's nothing wrong with enjoying it. Hera is only doing what everyone would do if they could. It's a sign of how twisted society is that you think this is even a problem. Yeah, and this is why I shouldn't have said anything about child abuse. Because, you know, that's just society. There's something else that I like. Okay, I lost her. Oh, can I say this again? Oh no, this was something. Oh, okay, wait. We will skip most of this. Like, we will skip forward again. Because I do want to make the right choices. I feel like I can save her. I can fix her. Okay, hello. Save. You say that after I can no longer save. This was say nothing. She believes what she's saying. Then we said this. And we said this. I haven't been here for a long while. Was that wrong? Maybe you can explain. Okay, manifesto. Freethinkers are supposed to be selfish. Turf does prosper. Okay. How's hurting the runaways? He's going to make the young ones do bad things. Harvesting of meat. He's corrupting you all. Okay, so it's not this one. This isn't about you. I don't care about what you do, Marta. I'm talking about child abuse. Maybe it is child abuse? I can see that he has you brainwashed into thinking that it's okay. This, not. No, it might be this. Because she cares about the kids. Arrow doesn't take the young ones for wives. I don't know what Glory told you, but he isn't a monster. Even the youngest initiates here aren't children. Not really. Her voice goes soft. Life on the street took that from them long time ago. Feuerstelle lets them be themselves, but in a safe place. Certainly safer than the back alleys of some urban hellhole, like the one that you live in. I was young when he chose me, Marta. Maybe not innocent, but young. Somewhere deep down you know that this is wrong. When you lived with us, you didn't think it was wrong. You loved it here. You can rewrite history to cast yourself as the victim. If you want to, if demonizing me helps, you can do that too. But nobody ever forced you to do anything, Glory. Glory falls silent. The color drains from her face. This is clearly a difficult subject. I don't know what you were hoping to achieve by bringing it up, but I promise you aren't going to convince me to abandon my way of life. Our ways here are our own. You can't change. Okay, maybe that was also wrong. Okay, we'll go on with this and see what's... You can see that Harrow has brainwashed you into thinking that this is okay, but Marta, it isn't. just don't know when to give up, do you? Our ways aren't yours, but that doesn't give you the right to judge us. Who are you to impose your ideology on this commune? An outsider, someone who hasn't been corrupted by a harrow or his pet spirit. I'd say that qualifies me to offer an opinion. Alright, I'm not going to stand here and listen to you trying to justify this. Give us the key now, or I'll take it from you by force. I think the first one was the right one. Because there I had the chance of, like, telling her something about the devil. Okay, we'll do this one more time. just one more time. Hello, Danny. Damn. That's 2 years. That's insane. Yeah, the audacity. I know. Hello, Danny. Hello, Danny Max Frog. Let me save because you asked first. Where's... Excuse me? What was I... What the fuck was that? Hold on. I forgot to put pancake on the Tesco order, and if I don't do it right now, it'll never happen. Oh, yes. Go. Pancake. We say nothing. We... say this. We say this. We say this. We say this. Was that wrong? Maybe you could explain. Okay, manifesto. Rules of living. Blah. Nope. Fuck. Fuck. I clicked too fast. Never mind. Not last time. Now, last time. Okay, pancakes added. Good job. How was frogging around? I've no clue what you were doing, because I had to instantly leave to eat soup. But I hope you had a good stream. Oh my god, my voice is dying. Ribbit, did you do frog voice? It was a scream. Did you just scream a lot? Did you scream during the stream, Danny? There was a lot of scream. Oh my god, no, Danny. Danny Max scream, huh? Okay, this... I shouldn't turn your back on her. I haven't been free for an hour. Any questions? Explain to me. What about charity? What about this? Okay. Harrow's hurting the... blah. Hurting how so? This. He's corrupting you all. How many of them has he taken as his wives? Okay, maybe I can see his brainwashing, but Marta, it isn't. If your arrangement works for you, I won't judge you for it. I'm not making a value judgment, just an observation. There's something else I'd like to ask you about. I don't know if that worked. Harrow is evil, you got that right. I mean, he worships the devil. What else do you need? The smile dies on Marta's face. I don't know what Glory told you, but the adversary isn't the devil. Calling him that, reducing him to a cartoonish embodiment of evil, is an insult. The adversary that I revere is a personification of rebellion, conflict and change, of anarchy. The fact that you live in Berlin, hold the adversary in contempt proves one of two things. Either you're ignorant or you're a hypocrite. From what I've been seeing here tonight, Glory was right on the mark when she said that the adversary was evil. If anyone is ignorant, it's you. Maybe the adversary isn't evil, but Harrow's interpretation of him certainly is. I didn't mean to call your beliefs into question. Sorry if I offended you. Oh god. Okay. I mean, he is the devil, though. Okay, maybe he is... I mean, he did tell her to... and laugh at her after she burned her mum. Harrow's interpretation of him certainly is... I don't fucking know, and I cannot save mid-conversation. Just let me save mid-conversation. Lips curl into a sneer. Harrow warned us about this kind of backward thinking, but I wasn't expecting to hear it from you. I'd always assumed that you Shadowrunners were savvy enough to know that good and evil don't exist. 9 times out of 10 I'd agree with you, but Marta, the adversary is a special case. Somewhere deep down, you must know that. Marta sighs and her voice takes on a condescending tone. I don't have to believe anything that you tell me. You don't get to dictate my spiritual beliefs. The fact that you're even trying is sad. Glory, I expected more from you. I'm done with this. If you want to go on slandering the idol that I serve, do it somewhere else. As for you, you can either change the subject or you can get ready for a fight. Okay. I tried, but I also hate having to reload 5 bajillion times, so I will just look up what I have to say, because I do want to save her. That's not how you spell Shadowrun. Shadowrun, Dragonfall, Marta. Blah blah blah. Oh my god, okay. Convincing Marta, there you go. You don't... I got her to join my group without it. Did you choose it? Where the ranger was? Blah, 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 blah. My god, I just want freaking someone to tell me the answers. I hate when everything is like, maybe we're gonna like talk around this. Shut up. Go away. Yes. Once you get to know, blah, preparations, blah. If your aim is to save the cultist, there's a rough boss fight at the end of this mission. She's less useful if your aim is to kill Harrow. Okay, but like, I feel killing Harrow is just straight up the best thing, no? You can't read the guide. That's cheating. Okay. You have me convinced. There's only shit once anyways, and apparently it's only more useful if you don't plan to kill Harrow. And we do. No. Give us the amulet, Marta. It's the right thing to do. I don't know if you expected any of this to mean anything, but it doesn't. None of it matters. She fizzes the amulet out of her blouse, dangles on a golden chain, glinting in the firelight. If you want this, you're going to have to kill me for it. Glory shifts into an attack posture. When she speaks, her voice is unsteady. I'm sorry that it came to this, Marta. but you're too far gone to save. And what you want is a fight, we'll give you one. I didn't want this, Glory. I wish that we could have come out of this as friends. But you haven't convinced me of anything, and I made a promise to protect this with my life. Best of luck with that. I won't need luck, outsider. Harrow, my husband, taught me how. She stares at Glory and her eyes are sad. She raises her hands and they begin to glow. See for yourself. And she gets to, of course, run away. Okay, we will take drugs. We will go over here. We will shoot you in the back. You will take drugs. You will kick her in the back. Yeah. And she will not be able to do anything, and then we will do this to strip her some armor. Oh no, the poor children. Think of the children. Or don't, because honestly I don't care. Fuck the children. Die. Glory stands at the end, at the red ruin of Marta's body. Her eyes flit down to her claws, and an expression of growing horror creeps across her face. You okay, Glory? Takes her a long time to respond. Her voice is choked with a long dormant emotion. No, I'm not. Should have thought of that before you killed her. You didn't have to do that. I mean, I was the one who killed her, so she deserves to die. Remember what she did to the other kids here? To you? Sorry, but it had to be done. Well, get your game face back on. She deserved to die. She snarls out an answer. Her face was flushed, or has flushed red. I know! I haven't forgotten anything. To your astonishment, you see that her eyes are welling with tears. Glory. All at once, the blood drains from her cheeks. She wipes the water from her eyes with a cold metal hand. Save the consolation speech. I'm over it. Her voice is frigid. Dead. Oh, I guess this is the path where we don't save our wife's humanity, but instead make her a killing machine. She nods in the direction of the shrine door, room door. We got what we came here for. Let's go finish this. Yep, okay. Hey kids, sorry. Hey buddy. You monster! You killed Marta! It couldn't be helped. Harrow's going to get you, you'll see. Yeah, he won't. Well, that was a waste. As you step towards the scintillating red light that streams from the doorway, flickers... Wait. As you step forward, the scintillating red light that streams from the doorway flickers and dies. There's a strange lurking sensation in your gut, but it clears almost instantly. The door swings open with a touch. That seems to have done it. Glory nods, then reaches into her satchel. Her hand comes back out, clutching a small jar. I got a jar of dirt. I'm going to put a smear of this on your forehead. It's sort of alchemical balm. The voice goes quiet. Harrow taught me how to make it. She unscrews the cap from the jar, revealing a pale white ointment. The surface glitters strangely in the dim light. If you ever wondered where my share of the take from our jobs has gone, this is the answer. Powdered orichalcum isn't cheap. What does the ointment do? The boundaries between the material world and the astral plane are weak in this place. Things can bleed through. The bomb is like a lens. It focuses your perceptions. Makes the haze real. She applies a smear of ointment to her forehead. It looked like a glob of glittering white paint. With this, we can deal with the spirit on its own level. Well, sounds like a plan to me. She dips her finger back into the balm and traces it down your forehead. The ointment feels cool and oily on your skin. That's good, because we don't have another one. She fishes in her bag a second time and pulls out a pair of silver necklaces. A rune-inscribed pendant dangles from each. This will protect your astral self from spiritual possession. Don't take it off while we're dealing with the shrine. Whatever you do. Okay, got it. Clara puts her own pendant. The necklace glitters slightly against her pale skin. I don't know what's going to happen when we step into that room you see no goal. We're playing with forces outside of our control. Are you ready to do this? Ready as I'll ever be. There's a long pause before she speaks again. When she does, her voice sounds strained. At the beginning of this thing, we both agreed that Harrow needs to die. I still want that. I want to bury my claws in his belly and pull his entrails out from what he did to me and to all of the other kids like me. But from what we've seen here tonight, I suspect that Harrow isn't the real power here anymore. Explain. I think that when Harrow started using his shrine, he handed the spirit trapped inside of it the key to the kingdom. The bastard might think he is in charge here, but he isn't. Not anymore. He's a servant just like everybody else. The only difference is that he doesn't know it. Oh, come on, so rescuing the kids would have been the right choice. Fuck you, game. So what are you basing this on? What we saw in the initiate and the fridge. What we heard Marta say about the sacrifices. Lots of things, but they add up. Alright, so is there a way that we can deal with the shrine without hurting the cultists? She nods. Yes. Rather than killing the spirit, we can attempt to purify it. That will clear its influence from their minds without hurting them. Well, sounds like an option then, right? What do we have to do for that? I think that if we purify the spirit, Feuerstelle will die. We'll save all of the kids, and the nightmares will end. But if we do that, Harrow will get away. Yeah, she spits out the words. The bitter expression on her face. Harrow will get away. I don't like it either. He deserves to face justice. But I also don't think that he possesses the kind of threat that he used to. It looks to me like he's traded his old tricks for easy power. Take the power away from him, and what does he become? A pathetic little man who failed to satisfy a vindictive idol. Oh no, choices. It's a great theory, but that's all it is. We don't know for a fact if any of what you just said is true. No, we don't. Think that it's likely, but we don't know for sure. Can't justify letting a man like Harrow go free on a hunch. We need to take him down, and we need to do it tonight. What Harrow did to you, don't let him live. When we're so close to killing the bastard. What you're saying makes sense to me. Alright, we can purify the spirit, rescue the cultist, and bail. We can worry about Harrow later. I mean, technically true, we can just find him again, no? Sure, we will purify the stupid spirit. So far we've only killed one person, no need to make it all of them. You know what, let's do it. Grrr. Grrr. Somehow I was imagining that stuff would happen in the cellar, but nope. Save. It auto-saved, luckily. but good point. As you approach the shrine, a chorus of high, sibilant voices fills the air. The sound is light and airy, but something about it fills you with a bone-deep dread. Welcome home, Glory. Glory's eyes go wide. She opens her mouth to speak, but no sound escapes her. Glory, what? Something slams into you, a wave of intangible force that turns your consciousness inside out and sends shock waves reverberating through your mind. The world lurches and everything goes black. Well, we're dead. One shot. Slowly you begin to stir. Murky, flickering impressions invade the oily stillness of your unconscious mind. The sensation comes in waves, washing up over you and jerking you back towards consciousness. You smell acrid smoke and burning meat. The roar of distant flames whisper in your ears. When your eyes flutter open, a dull, red glare fills your vision. As you attempt to struggle to your feet, you become dimly aware that the gravity here feels wrong. Everything is heavier than it should be. Slowly the waves grow still, and your senses calm. You find yourself staring into an infinite horizon. Blasted ruins of fire still stretch out in all directions as far as the eye can see. Is this astral space? No. Warily she surveys your surroundings. We're someplace else. You're going to have to be more specific, love. I don't have answers for you. There's one thing that I'm sure of. Whatever this place is, the adversary holds sway here. If this is the adversary's domain, wouldn't that make this hell? So this place, whatever it is where we're going to find the spirit, right? Yes, it'll be here. Someplace, somewhere. Well, off we go then. Let's save. Save. Now that I'm standing. Follow me, Glory. Follow me, honey. Come on, sweetheart. Hello. Ooh, okay. Fire person and flame goblin. Excuse me. I hate when they just go like, yep, here you go. They just hit you. Nothing you can do. Yeah, get fucked. Okay. Let me guess, you probably can't hack the demons? I doubt it. I somehow highly doubt it. It would be funny though. Missed her, that's good. I feel I would hit her with that too. So how about we don't? Wait, first, you could do... No, you will do this on him. Yeah, just get rid of his armor. And then we can maybe do 5 damage? Nope. Can I do this on you, please? Thank you. Okay, there we go. And now she can do this. Nice, okay. And so far we've not taken any lasting damage at least. Save, because that was, despite the rough start, a decent save. Nice, thank you game. It was a rough start, but like a decent fight. We go here, we take our adrenaline, and then we shoot a thing at you.
pistol, so might as well use it at sometimes, eh? Oh my god. Or I guess you just don't. Okay. We aim this guy. Thank you. We throw knife this guy. How are they not next to each other? They're adjacent, no? Huh? There we go. Run and go for this nerd, please. Or don't. Well, at least we got one of them. Ow, 25 damage. Jesus. Okay, okay, that's not the best. 18% chance to do this. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay. I do this now. Now I hit her, of course. Amazing. Wait, did I deal 2 AP damage to her? Jeez. Okay, well, she will need some healing, eh? But what if I hit this one? Then I hit only 1. Someone has to explain to me what adjacent means to them. Because I swear to God, for me, these two are adjacent, but I guess not. Okay, let's rent some armor. Ow. Fires, what did you do this time? I'm in some kind of like weird plane where, you know, fire beings run around. Hello, wolf. Hello, hello. She has not many hit points, so we will use one of her thingamabobs to heal her. Almost full. 12. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to use another one? No. But, you know, doing okay, questioning what adjacent means, because apparently it doesn't mean standing next to each other. Else, you know, things would be different. Oh, doesn't this look lovely? Really inviting. Hello. Oh, this is Glory's character. Yeah, Bexary is one of part. I even roughly remember. It is. It's good. It's kind of... It's well written, but so far this mission is like weird. Like one moment she's like, oh, this is important to me. No, this is now important to me. No, 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 never mind. This is so much more important. I'm now this kind of person. The thing hovering before you is hideous. Its broad chest is jacketed. No, it should be jacketed. Jacketed in scale-like patches of burning coal and its many sets of antlers. It has, like, one set of antlers. Unless you count these as another set. Anyways, shimmer with heat. It smells like a barn fire. Wood smoke, burning fur and blackening bodies. The spirit inclines its head towards Glory and spreads its arms in welcome. Glory, welcome, child. It speaks in a chorus of clear, lilting voices. You don't hear them so much as you feel them. The sensation is strained. I will not do a multi-voiced character again. The stupid, like, skull pillar in Wrath of the Righteous was
confusing enough to like do. It was fun, but it was fucking confusing. The sensation is strange, like hundreds of butterflies fluttering in your chest. Aww.
What a pleasure it is to see you again.
Laurie steps forward, trepidation on her face. Standing before the towering form of the spirit, she looks frail and small. She takes a deep breath, steels herself, and speaks. I know what you were, spirit, before the adversary twisted you, before Harrow bound you into this rock. She drops a hand to the satchel at her side. I can help you be that again. All that you need to do is let me. The spirit chuckles, a strange, warbling sound that sends shivers down your spine.
We are in no need of help. We are our great master's servant, just as Harrow is. Just as you are, despite your misguided attempt to cut away his love from your heart.
The voices in your head soften, become sad, but the fluttering in your chest turns ugly, like the buzzing wings of a swarm of blowflies.
You have mangled yourself beyond repair, and you did it to spite him, he who was your greatest benefactor. You betrayed him, child, but he loves you all the same.
Cut the shit, spirit. We all know what your master's love does to people. Slowly, terribly, the spirit begins to turn. You can hear the crack and pop of splintering vertebrae as its enormous head shifts on its shoulders. It fixes its cavernous gaze on you. 1 second. I return. Hello, Hyra. Hello, hello. My mother came in and we talked a bit. I apologize. Wait, let me sit down so you can actually hear me properly again. Hello. Okay, there we go. Now it should be more audible. It fixes its cavernous gaze on you. Your friend, this outsider, slanders our great master. But we take no offense. His words are like the babble of a newborn babe. He is ignorant to the truth. The spirit inclines its head towards you. If the noise continues, we will teach him, and the babble will cease. Lori shoots you a sidelong glance. She mouths a word. Don't. I have a message for you from our great master. He has a gift for you, a peace offering, one that he offers freely. A sign of his continued affection for you. He knows that you desire his servant's destruction. As a symbol of his love, he will grant you the power to bring an end to Harrow. He knows that you wish to free the children of Feuerstelle. As a sign of his compassion, he will help you set them free. You can have everything you want, child. All of this and more. Well, we were told not to, so we will remain silent. That's a nice pitch, Spirit, but you neglected to mention the price. The spirit leans towards her, clasping its hands. This will cost you nothing. A simple gesture, a trifle, a show of good faith. If you demonstrate your love for him, he will reward you beyond your wildest dreams. So there is a price. Remove the protective ward from your neck, and his gift is yours for the taking. Yours forevermore. Say nothing. She's not dumb enough to do that. Lori cranes her neck to look up at the reeking, cadaverous thing that looms over her. I had my own limbs hacked off to get away from the adversary. I paid somebody to do it. That's how badly I wanted to be free of your great master. Your offer is as pathetic as it was predictable. To be frank, I'm disappointed in you. The barn fire stench of the spirit thickens, and its antlers glow white. The heat radiating from the thing is like an oven, a kiln, a blast furnace. If you rebuke our great master a second time, I will chew what's left of you into mulch. The marrow from your bones will nourish the garden. I promise you this, child. I promise it. I have a better idea. She dips a hand into her satchel and produces a ceremonial dagger. The blade shimmers eerily in the light. going to purify you, spirit. And after we're we finished you'll help us rescue those kids. The spirit cackles.
Very well, child. If pain is what you seek, we will bring it to you.
Beneath its leathery skin, the thing's bones begin to shift, straining against the ligaments and tendons that bind them. A hideous, cracking sound fills the air as its skeleton splinters and pops. And of course, it can do a shadow no jutsu. As you watch, the spirit's body begins to rupture, great lesions open up in the creature's chest and back, and its ribcage cracks from some horrible internal pressure. The spirit's chest heaves, and a foul liquid pours from the rips in its flesh. A flash of light stabs your eyes, and when your vision clears, you find 3 identical spirits floating before you.
Death comes in many forms, child.
The fluttering sensation in your chest grows into a rasping pain that steals your breath from your lungs. It feels like you're being eaten alive.
Yours will be swift and brutal.
Yay! Anyways, adrenaline.
Oh, it increases incoming damage.
I didn't know about that. Did you forget the water potion? It's okay. I wear sunscreen. Nice. Never mind. Does hers have the same thing? Ew, no, hers is better than mine. Run there and rend his armor. Ow, bitch! What the fuck? Blocked. Huh. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? A figure materializes out of shadow. The form is wispy and insubstantial, a projection of a man, distorted by distance. His silhouette ripples like a flag in the wind. Through the haze you can see his face. He is more beautiful than handsome. With sculpted features and an unnatural youthful complexion, his expression is sad.
Harrow.
Glory. The voice is deep but faint and marred by echoes. It sounds as if he's shouting from the far end of a long tunnel. You shouldn't have come here. I was content to let you live out your life in peace. I've come to put an end to this place, Harrow. This place and your pathetic, sickening cult. I don't want to kill you, Glory. And I won't unless you force my hand. The flickering silhouette spreads its arms wide. Ask me for protection and I will usher you out of this place. You can leave Feuerstelle in peace. If you ask me politely, I might even let your friend leave with you. I won't abandon your victims here, Harrow. Not again. I'm going to burn this place to the ground. My only regret is that you aren't here in person to burn with it. Projection of Harrow's size. Fight then. Very well. The air all around him begins to pulse with scintillating bursts of color. His rippling, transparent form glows with heat from within.
You brought this upon yourself.
Another enemy. Yay! I already took a hit. Why would you do that? I mean, you cannot move. There we go. We run here. We throw a knife at you. Okay. Well, that one didn't vanish, so that one's good. That one is a good thing to know. Oh, come on. And again. Okay. And then... she could stand out in the open, or she can take some cover. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Really? 3 more? And they all go for me. I call bullshit. I call absolute bullshit. This one dealt 1 damage. Okay. Okay. What if I throw at you? Huh. What if I throw at you? You vanish. Good. Good to know. You take -0 AP. Alright. Flashbang. Not as useful. This one is the right one, so how about we go first and rend your armor? Never mind, we don't, apparently. There we go. Right, ow. This is a mean boss fight, huh? Okay, blocked. What is he doing? Nothing. I'm like still okay, so we will pin you again. Huh. Okay, never mind. Hey. Oh my god. I guess we're not allowed to hit anything. Just hit. Are you the real one? Well, that was easy. What are you doing? Bleed for me, bitch! Ow. Stop doing damage to me. You're supposed to bleed. I just had to check something. Ow. Okay, it's not you. It's just... It is you again. Oh, isn't it? Or it might not be? I don't know, honestly. Hey, can I just rend your freaking armor, please? There we go. Get fucked. Big burning spirit. Okay, this is the right one. Because he actually dealt damage. This is not that hard if you know what to look for. Hey, look who's back. It's Harrow. Hey, asshole. Are you still marked? You're not. Be marked. Are you next to each other? One way to find out. You were. Weakened, the spirit's form flickers and sparks. The burning coals that cling to its body fall off in clumps, and its searing antlers begin to cool. A chorus of lilting voices warbles and shrieks as its body transmogrifies into something else. Through the haze you can see Harrow's eyes go wide. At once, his rippling silhouette begins to fade back into the shadows whence it came. His body becomes insubstantial. Go ahead and run, you fucking coward. Run back to the real world and whatever hole you crawled out of. We'll catch you. Shadows in the shape of a man smile back at you. The distance in his voices has increased. Sounds like he's shouting from miles away. I don't think so. You don't even know where the real me is, Glory. Oh, don't worry, we'll find you. We're good at that sort of thing. The projection flashes you a condescending grin. Believe whatever you like, fool. It won't do you any good. Years from now, I'll still be doing what I do, and you will have accomplished nothing. Go ahead, Harrow. Try to set up another cult. You won't get far before I hunt you down. Projection chuckles. The sound is thin and hollow. You know better than that. But nothing makes me happier than the sound of you lying to yourself. Goodbye, Glory. The shadow slowly dissipates, and Harrow is gone. Run, coward. Run far, far away. We'll find you. Glory continues staring for a long moment at the spot where the projection of Harrow vanished. Her expression is unreadable. Slowly, she turns away. The spirit writhing form continues to its transformation. Twisted claws buckle, break, and reform. Charred bone begins to heal. It is a man. It's a man deer. The barn fire stench of it slowly dies away, replaced by an array of more pleasant smells. Oak and pine and mineral oil, rustic feasts and mulled wine. As it cools, the spirit raises its head. Its body is as shaky as a newborn foal's.
What? What has happened to us? What have we done?
Say nothing. What have you done?
Terrible things, spirit. Loathsome, unforgivable things. You've corrupted children, turned them into killers. Been a party to violence, torture, and the desecration of corpses. You've created monsters. The spirit cringes, shaking its great head from side to side. It doesn't speak, but a low rumbling sound emanates from somewhere deep within its chest. Unpleasant to think about it, isn't it? But you have to, spirit. You can't run from what you've done. Your actions are part of you, whether you like it or not. The rumbling sound turns into a tormented howl. The noise conjures images of mourning mothers and caged animals, screeching orphans and dying men. It is a sound of pure, unmitigated despair. I cannot make that sound. To maybe no one's surprise, I cannot make a sound that conjures images of mourning mothers and caged animals, screeching orphans and dying men. I might be able to do a lot of weird sounds, but not this one. Glory takes a step towards the giant creature. Listen to me, spirit. I need your help. We're here to rescue the cultists of Feuerstelle. The street kids, whose minds you've touched. Getting them out of here, for the adversary can do to them what it did to you. The spirit stares at Glory for a long moment. Finally, it dips its head in a nod.
Yes, we will help you.
Good. Now get out of those kids' minds. I'll be damned. Something's gone right for a change. The spirit bows its head.
We have withdrawn ourselves from the minds of the people here. They are themselves again.
Thank you. We'll take our leave of you now. The heart of Feuerstelle's head jerks up in alarm.
Wait. We wish to do more. We have much to atone for, as you said.
Oh, good. Just what do you hope to do?
Make amends, heal the sick and the wounded, bring them the succor?
I feel it's not succor. Succor?
Of hearth and home, but we can do nothing without your help. We are still bound to this shrine, anchored here. We cannot leave without your assistance.
Tell us what you need us to do.
We need an appropriate vessel to carry us out of the rock. Something touched by magic, but more dead than alive.
It dips its head.
Do you have anything that can help us?
It's Glory herself. Gingerly, she reaches up and wraps a hand around the protective ward that hangs around her neck. Yes, I think I do. I'll say nothing. This is her decision. With a single motion, she snaps the chain. The pendant falls to the floor. The heart of Feuerstelle lowers its eyeless head.
then traces an elaborate gesture into the air. A warm glow envelops it, and a similar glow spills from Glory. There's a bright flash, and the spirit is gone. Glory, are you okay? Slowly, she rises. She looks you in the eye, a quizzical expression on her face. I can feel it. The spirit, it's bound to me now. So what does that mean for us? Can the spirit help us like it said? See for yourself. She raises an arm and you feel a burst of warmth and comfort in your chest. It wants to help people, to heal them. It wants redemption, just like I do. Together, maybe we'll find it. Behind your eyes, your vision starts to twist. It feels as though you're being turned inside out. Time to go. With the spirit's link to the adversary severed, this entire reality is falling apart. See you in the real world, Glory. Yeah. She offers you a grateful smile. I'll see you there. Blue, 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 blue. Huh. Slowly, you swim back to consciousness. Struggling to your feet, you find Glory already standing and alert. I can feel them. The spirits set them free, but they're trapped somewhere here in the complex. The initiates, you mean? Yes, and the others. She surveys the room, a worried expression on her face. We need to find them and get out of here. Connection between this compound and wherever we were is breaking down. As that place disintegrates, more and more things are spilling through, like rats fleeing a sinking ship. She nods. Yeah, and it's only a matter of time before Feuerstelle is consumed too. Look in the corner there. You can already see it happening. This? I'll take your word for it. Let's move. Run! Save the cult members. Open the door! Open the door! Hello? I cannot open this door. I can run here though. Clear the rubble. Hello? Hello? Hello all. As you kick the door open and stumble forward into the room, you find yourself surrounded by a sea of teenage faces. Initiates and acolytes, huddled together and trembling with the spirit's influence cleared from their nines. Their swagger is gone. They look frightened and lost. Like kids who've had their security blankets torn away. Glory? Is that you? The acolyte in his early 20s, close to Glory's age, his eyes are wide with astonishment. You don't know me, but I was a new initiate back when you lived here, when you were... She cuts in, but her voice is gentle. Yes, it's me. Come on, we're taking you out to safety, someplace far away from here. A scrawny teenager in a ratty coat stares at Glory's chrome, his mouth hanging slack, his voice cracks when he speaks.
What happened to you? Your arms?
I think I found a new voice that I really like. Something that you'll never need to worry about. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Couldn't have put it better myself. Come on, people. We're taking you someplace safe. Run away! What's with the kids up there? You thread your way through the trees of the Schönbuch forest, tracing your way back to the thicket where you and Glory hit the van. The inferno that consumes Feuerstelle is spreading, and the conflagration casts the forest around you in a sinister orange light. The heat at your back is intense, unbearable. Far ahead, Glory blazes a trail for you to follow, shredding the foliage in her path. The liberated initiates tether on the edge of panic as they struggle to keep pace behind you. The fire is moving fast, but you're faster. Glory helps the last of the kids into the van. You put the vehicle in gear and punch the accelerator.
The burning ruin of Feuerstelle recedes into the distance, the glowing speck in the rear view mirror. The peace and safety of the Kreuz Bazaar lie ahead. Yay! Karma gained 2. Yay! Hello, Lane. Lina, I guess you were finished, right? Lina looks to have mostly recovered from whatever happened the other day. A few butterfly stitches keep close the laceration on his face, and his damaged prosthetic looks to be functioning normally once again. I'd like to talk about what happened the other day. The old soldier glowers, but given his physical handicap and his recent injuries, he hardly makes for an intimidating figure, troll size notwithstanding.
Hang my hoop. I'm not a child man. I'm not helpless. And even if I was, leave me to whatever fate I've earned.
Who was it?
Someone who heard an unfounded rumor. A rumor about me joining up this orc. Presumed favorite poly club among us Trock. Maybe he was Humanus, or maybe he was just another flux fanatic who saw the balance of power would be upset by me joining up this orc. I don't know and I don't care. I just want to be left alone.
What do they want?
He wanted to dissuade me from lending my voice or experience to any pro-meta-human parties. I tried to talk him down, tried to explain my fighting days are done, but he wouldn't believe me. The bastard made a liar of me when I beat him with my crutch.
Will they be back?
Not if they know what's good for them. Last time they caught me alone, taking a shortcut through an alley. I won't make that mistake again. I'm sticking close to home, and close to Samuel and his people. They won't shy away from a fight.
Alright, I'll leave it at that for now. Okay. Bye. Bye, Felicia. We talked about his mission. Glory. Glory. Let's talk. Hello. Hello. Glory stands, an introspective look on her face. At the sound of your approach, she turns to face you. She nods at you. Thank you for your help at Feuerstelle. Couldn't have done it without you. Speaking about which, I've been meaning to talk with you about that. What are the things that we saw in there? I'm not surprised. Go ahead. You see no goal, I'm listening. What did you wind up doing with the cultists that we rescued? Did you send them to Samuel? You looked distraught when Marta died. How are you holding up? Expression clouds. As well as can be expected, my feelings on this are complicated. You loved her, that much is pretty clear. Yes, a part of me still loved her, and the rest hated her for what she represented. I'm utterly sorry that she's dead. Am I ultimately sorry that she's dead? Yes. But I'm not sure what the alternative would be. Maybe if the circumstances were different, you could have found some common ground. Letting her live might have been a good place to start. Nah, say nothing. We don't know. Marta was a new definition of the term damaged goods. Can't even imagine the amount of psychological trauma she'd be carrying if she were alive today. It'd take her years to recover, and in that time, she'd still be dangerous. All in all, it's probably better that things turned out the way they did. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. What you did with the cultists that we rescued? No, there's enough to worry about keeping the people of the Kreuz Bazaar safe. Those kids that we rescued, they've been damaged by Harrow's philosophies. They can get better, but it's going to take time. Trying to integrate them into our society too quickly would be dangerous. So where'd they go? I took them to the talismonger.
Arjunu. He said that he knew a place where they could get help. Won't be easy for them or quick, but they'll get better in time.
Harrow got away, just like you said he would.
He frowns. Yes, and he's already putting distance between himself and the Schönwolf forest.
How do you want to go about tracking him?
Finding Harrow is going to be a full-time job. I can't track him down while we still have the great dragon hanging over our heads. After we dealt with Claire and the Firewing, I'll devote myself wholeheartedly to finding the bastard and finishing this. But for now, we need to keep our eyes on the road ahead.
That answers all my questions. Thanks for taking the time to talk.
Anytime, you see no wrong. Thanks again. I mean that.
Yay! Got a job to prepare for. I don't see any more reason to talk. Okay. I will end a bit earlier. We will continue tomorrow with the last side quest, and then, which will probably, by my speed, either take a full stream or maybe a bit shorter. I don't know. And after we will continue the. When are you going to play the new Owlcat game? Going by my speed, 2040 earliest. Which one even is the newest one? Which one even is the newest one? Let's switch here real quick. The Expense, Osiris Reborn, True. I don't think I even have that on my... The one with AI. Okay, when you say that... The Expanse... Osiris Reborn. When you say the one with AI... This looks like freaking Mass Effect. What do you mean by the one with AI? Because I didn't follow anything about it. I mean, it's not even out yet, so... Did they use AI while making the game? Or is AI being used in, dialogue? I saw a bunch of news pieces about how they're going to use AI. I mean, my issue with that is people... Hello, Salo. People like to jump at... Salo forgot Wednesday's stream, and you missed all of it. Except the end. People like to jump at publishers, at game makers, especially now, much, much more. Do it again. No, just watch the VOD if you want to. It's quite annoying. It's similar to how people look at pretty much every piece of art and just go, oh, this must be AI, and just circle things that they don't understand. Which is sad. Sup, man? Good morning. Wait. Do I have that in my thingy bar? No, 1 second. Give me a second. I know. I just rarely get to say it. Selamat pagi. Totally knew that one. Selamat pagi, bless. I hope you're having a good day ahead of yourself. Or ahead. You know. Well, for me it's more malam. It's very much midnight. But yeah, no, like I don't know. I think it very much depends on how, if they used AI in the creation of the game. It depends on how. Like, what does it mean to use AI in their game development? Like, is it generative AI where they just have, like, stuff be generated? Like, is the art generated? And if yes, did they feed it their own art? Did they steal did they steal the art in whatever way, right? Did they use like some kind of like, in which case, if they use some kind of like, just let's just they wouldn't do it, but like, let's say they use ChatGPT to generate background images or something, then yeah, that would suck. If they paid a bunch of artists or in-house artists and were like, hey guys, we want to have something that gives the character or the player options to customize something. So how about you give us 50, 100, or however many, I don't know, character drawings. We will throw it in our LLM, and it will generate character art. And explicitly, they have the consent of the artist. They were paid for that, to use their art to, train the AI. At that point, I don't see the issue with that. If they vibe coded their shit, then yeah, that sucks. But if they used AI to help them generate code lines, which I do at work, for example, at times, then I don't see the issue. Like, that's why I'm not like saying I condone usage of AI. It's like with all things, it's a tool and it depends on how it's being used. But when am I gonna play it? I don't fucking know, probably in years to come. There's so many other games first. First to play. Yeah. Anyways, we will now go to this screen, and I will yeet you over to Eri, who's currently doing her... Oh, never mind. She already switched back. she did a she did for a bit where she used her old model, her old persona, Ekogami, but she is back to Eri and she's just yapping, I think, playing Power Wash Simulator. So we will go there. I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank you for the stream. Take good care. Good night. Love you all. Love you all as well. Again, take care of yourself. Thank you for the company. And boo 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 boo. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Where's the button? Bye.